What's going on, guys? AJ Bodie here, back with another video. Today I want to talk about peace and keeping your peace of mind when all chaos has broken loose. If you guys are new here, hi, my name's AJ Bodie. Oh fuck. I basically just talk in my backyard now. I haven't posted in a while. I posted yesterday, but before that it's been like a month. So if you guys are new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and comment down below if you guys miss my content, and hit the like button. So today we're talking about people that take your peace away. It's just like, I hate those guys, you know? You're gonna be like, okay, tons of people can take your peace away. So you're gonna have to explain who's taking your peace away. For example, you have a friend, right? Or anything can take your peace away, but you have a friend that you thought was a really good guy at first. This could be a guy or a girl, does not matter. As time passes, you realize that they stop doing things for you. They stop wanting, oh my goodness, there's a spider web. They stop doing things for you, right? They stop putting in effort. With any relationship, that's kind of how it goes. And that's like, the reason for this is contentment or contempt. Basically, they think they start getting annoyed of your, like, they start getting annoyed with your presence. Your very presence annoys them. What started out as a really good friendship, as a really good a really good situation that happened, right? Whether it's a work friend or a school friend or somebody that you met online or somebody that you met doing business or at a potluck or something, church, who knows, concert, a rave. Excuse me. My point is, eventually, after like a year or two, which is a good enough time to get to know somebody on a deep level, that's what either makes or breaks your relationship with that person. I'm not talking about being gay. I'm not talking about like being in a relationship. I'm talking about like platonicness, you know? So being in a relationship with whatever friend you have, right? Eventually you'll start to get to know them, and you will either want to dissolve that relationship with the person that you are friends with, right? Due to the fact that you feel like you're better than them, or they feel like they're better than you and they don't put in as much effort. Now, to understand why this happens, you need to consider a couple things. One, the more and more people tell you about themselves, like people that don't know you, right? They really don't know you. And the more and more you start to talk to them and get to know them, they start to get to know you. The more and more you reveal your weaknesses, your insecurities, some of the stuff that they don't actually resonate with, and they kind of disagree with you on that. There are a lot of closed-minded people, and they will, unfortunately, they'll get turned off by that. And I'm not talking about relationship like romantic. I'm talking about platonic. A lot of people get turned off by the fact that you did this in the past, or you did that in the past. Like, for example, if you were like a scammer or something and you scammed a whole bunch of people out of like $1 million, and now you have $1 million in stock, that's what I hope I can do one day. Not the scamming part, but having $1 million in stock. Scamming you guys right now, you know, or you're scamming me. Where's my free subscribers? Wait, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry. That didn't make sense. Anyway, so they're like, oh man, they scammed a whole bunch of people, so it makes them a lot more resentment builds because they keep on learning how much of a bad person you are, and they start judging you. When they start judging you, a lot of times the relationship will falter due to that reason. Because they're like, oh wow, you're a lowlife, you know, you scammed a whole bunch of people, you know, back in the past. Or if you say something like, oh, I cheated on my my partner, right? Not saying you did. I never cheated on my partner. Actually, you know what? This is a really good example. Dating 3 girls at once. I'm not talking about in a relationship. I'm talking about just dating 3 girls at once. You know? So you date the first person, you date the second person, you date the third person, all at once. But they don't know that. And they never ask, hey, are you dating anybody else? You never tell them, they never ask you, and it's all good, right? So you tell your friend this, and they're like, you're cheating. That's cheating. And to that friend, you respond, it's not cheating if you're never in a relationship. And they get super mad at you because they're like, that's cheating. I wouldn't like that if that happened. But to be fair, that is how the dating market works. I am guilty of that. I do that. I dated 3 women, or I dated 2 women, and I had a fuck buddy, and I was trying to get over my ex. So I was basically emotionally connected to 4 people when I was emotionally connected to 4 people. Really, it's only 2 that I was dating, and then 1 that I saw for sex, right? And my friend didn't like that. He's like, I would never do that. How could you do that? And he starts judging you, and you're just like, man, we're not in a relationship. That girl that I'm with, girl number 2 that I'm with, girl number 3 that I'm with, girl number 4 that I'm not over, we're not in a relationship, so it doesn't matter. Also, they never asked, and you never told them, you never say anything. If they ask you, just tell them, hey, I'm just looking for the best relationship that I possibly can right now. Girls like when you date multiple women at once. As long as you're not committed to them yet, you're fine. Trust me. Anyways, they got super mad at that. And just for clarification, I am only dating 1 girl right now. Or I am in a relationship with 1 girl right now. Cut off everybody else. Which, that is what you should do. I also always stand by that when I say, when you're in a relationship, like an actual committed relationship, you should only be in that 1 relationship. But when you're dating, you can date as many people as you want. It does not matter. All right, back to it. So he got super mad, and he was like, you can't do that, you can't do that. Starts judging you. Then you become less important. And then if you work with this person, you become less important to him. He stops taking your advice. He stops listening to you because he thinks that everything that you say is crap. You start hanging out less. Say if you work with this person, or if you go to school with this person, they start to fuck with you mentally because you're still friends with them, right? You're still treating them with respect. You're still treating them with, like, You're still, just being a good friend, right? They're pulling back though, and you notice this. And unfortunately, when it comes to guy friends, right? Emotional intelligence is just not there for most men. And you have to understand this. And you don't want to dissolve the relationship completely, because if you do that, then they might turn on you. So you're like, okay, if I want to keep this job, or if I want to stay in this class without him turning on me, telling a whole bunch of people some bullshit that doesn't, or is out of context or something, then I have to stay friends with them. So you continue to just be friendly with them, and unfortunately, because they're so emotionally unintelligent, they don't understand, or they don't know that you're being cold. They don't know that you acting up is a sign of something wrong, and they don't talk to you about it because they don't care. They really don't care. So they start manipulating you, they start emotionally abusing you, they start doing shit that they shouldn't. And you tell them, hey, don't do that, over and over and over again, and they still do not care. To the point where they become crazy themselves, and they're like terrible people now because they've worked at this job for so long. And you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? Or they've been at this school for so long, and it's at that point where you know this person for a long time, but you can't get rid of them now. And it sucks, because if you can't get rid of somebody, then they're going to take your peace away that you don't want to be with. So you don't want to be with them anymore. Again, platonic. You don't want to platonically be with them. But you have to pretend. That's what they're doing too. They're pretending to be your friend. And you've already had it up to here with them, but you can't do anything about it because you're on the risk of being fired, being suspended, being demoted. You don't want to deal with that. So you have to deal with their crap until they leave, and if they leave. So back to my point, that kind of person will take your peace away indefinitely or immediately. As soon as you come to work, you're like, I don't want to deal with this person. And this is my personal experience. I work with a dude that I don't want to work with anymore. We used to be friends. I went to his kid's birthday party, but now it's just like, I don't want to see him anymore. He's like, I can tell that he's emotionally exhausted, not just from me, but from everything in life that happens. This dude is turning 31 this year. And I feel really bad for him, right? And I get why he treats me the way he does. He's very uncontent with his life at age 31. And he got cancer, unfortunately, which sucks. But he's very mentally ill now. And I do feel bad for him still. And I do wish him the best, but I just don't want to be around him anymore. I don't want to be his friend, because he's not a very emotionally intelligent person. Like, he's having problems with his wife, or he was having problems with his wife. He got cancer, and through all of that, I stuck by his side. Like, I was there for him. And if you ever watch this and you're like, oh, you weren't there for me, then talk to me about it. Actually fucking talk to me about it. Don't be a bitch. Like, this dude's a fucking idiot. Anyway. Yeah, so basically, emotionally unintelligent people that you were friends with or that you're kind of stuck with, the word contempt, whatever the word is, you can look it up. Basically, they think that they're better or they know more than you. And I may be guilty of this, or me doing this to him and him doing this to me. And that's kind of like how marriages are. And not to sound gay, but that's kind of how marriages are. Like, I've seen that happen with my parents. They just think that they know more. And it also correlates with people over talking each other or trying to be or one up in the conversation. And it's not productive. Nothing gets done. And they just keep on yelling. And they keep on over talking each other because they don't feel like they're heard. And they think that their opinion or their voice is more than yours, or it should be bigger than yours. And that just takes your peace away. So those types of people you need to get away from. And I'm just telling you, maybe you're dealing with the same thing, but that's kind of just what I'm dealing with right now. And you wouldn't have to deal with this if you were self-employed or you were able to travel with having like an online business. You earn money online on the Chiral Network. No, I'm just kidding. Chiral Network is from Death Stranding. It's a whole nother thing. But a lot of stress and a lot of peace gets drained. Your peace will be taken away from you because of 3 things: your work, your relationships that you have with people, and your physical health. Your work is the biggest factor. Your work will always take more than it gives you, because you will put so much, because you guys have so much energy. Like, you have like almost infinite energy when you're young, right? So you'll bleed into your work. You put everything into the job that you work at until it drains you. And when I say infinite energy, that shit restores. Until you become so drained that you do not have the chance to restore that energy that you have or that you were given. So it's not infinite anymore, and it's limited. It's finite now, unfortunately. It becomes finite when you get older, unfortunately. No matter what you do, you just get sick of life. It's a mentality, though, so you don't actually have to be like that. But that is how it's for me. That is how it is for me. So to finish this video up, people are gonna steal your peace. Try not to fall in the trap of emotionally abusive people and emotionally unintelligent people. And when you have friends, the thing about friends is it's just like it's like a romantic relationship, but at the same time, it's like you're keeping it from becoming a romantic relationship. Like, there is a barrier, there is a fine line that you do not cross when you're in a platonic relationship. And I've noticed that, like, not to sound gay, but you can't really cross that boundary, because then you'll cross it into a romantic relationship. So the thing about friendships, though, the more friends you have, the less you rely on a lot of people or a lot of other people. So you get a little bit of everything. That's why people say don't get a boyfriend or don't get a girlfriend. Get a lot of friends, because you get this from one friend, this from another friend, that thing that you needed, that friend got you. When in a relationship, you rely on like one person for everything, and especially if that relationship, that person is like, well, you can't have friends, or you move with that one person. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So a message for y'all: don't let anybody take away your peace. Don't let anybody take away your clarity. Don't let anybody take away your life. Don't let anybody drain you. And I know that I looked very drained, but I am telling you from my experiences, do not let another person drain you. If you want, always respect yourself. If you want to leave that person, leave the person. I know it's going to hurt, but you're going to have to do it. If you want to stop talking to that person, stop talking to them. Make it a habit to stop talking to them. Put up the boundaries, man. Put up the boundaries. Most people are narcissists. Put up the boundaries, man. You do not want that in your life. That's toxic. And look, I believe in you, man. I believe in you. You're going to get that $1 million in stock. Trust me, you will. Just keep on working towards it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. And thank you guys so much for 115 subscribers. I really appreciate it. We are now one more subscriber up from last video. So whoever you are that's subscribed, blessed. You came in clutch. I love you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And to all my 114 subscribers, I appreciate it to you too. You guys, like, okay, you haven't changed my life, but the mere fact that you guys just hit the subscribe button because you did it out of the kindness of your heart, you guys are just awesome, you know? Like, I really appreciate it. Like, I know I'm not at 1,000, I know I'm not at 100,000, 1 million, but I'm at 115 subscribers, which makes me smile, you know? And that makes me think I can get to 1,000. If I could get to 100, I can get to 1,000. If I get to 1,000, I can get to 10,000. If I can get to 10,000, I can get to 100,000. And once I get to 100,000, it only goes up from there. So hit the subscribe button. And once I hit 1,000 subs, I need to like name the community, join the Bodie community. You know what I'm saying? AJ Boat T. They don't call me Bodie for nothing. They say, "Who are you?" I'm AJ Bodie, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I hope you all worked out today. You know, hope you all are staying strong. I'll see you in the next one, yeah? Peace.